VALRAVN is a B&M dive coaster that opened in May of 2016 as Cedar Point's 18th roller coaster. VALRAVN stands at a height of 223 feet and reaches speeds of 75 miles per hour. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I did was I built the lift structure, the turn, and then started the drop. There's a little bit of a kink in the track, but I don't think it should be that hard to fix. And I think the shaping of the drop turned out pretty nice. Because I'm building a dive coaster, I wanted to use just one train, so I added a battery for extra weight. It's very important to have the bottom of the first drop be very strong because that's the part of the ride that will be experiencing the most G's. As you can see, when the train goes over it, the structure hardly shakes. Okay, so I started building the Immelman, but after a test run, I realized that there was just no way that the train was going to be able to make it over the top, so I lowered the support down and gave it a test. After that, I finished the Immelman and started working on the turn into the mid-course. As you can see, the car has no problem making it over. One thing I do, which I actually saw from one of the videos from the KNEX maker, was adding gray rods to the cross ties. All you have to do is just slide it through the top. This really helps improve the smoothing of the coaster and also adds some heartline. When I run the train through, the coaster looks way smoother. Okay, so one thing that I'd like to do is actually build entire boxes like this instead of just a 2D surface so that the ground doesn't warp. But I don't really have enough parts to do that, so I just add weights to anchor the structure down. After that, I worked on the turn into the mid-course. And just like that, the entire first half of the ride was complete. After the mid-course, I transitioned into the flexi rods because the elements were becoming more compact. The dive loop ended up being pretty cramped because I didn't have that much height to work with, but I think it turned out pretty good. After the dive loop, I built the drawn-out zero-G roll into the turnaround that led into the final two airtime hills. I built the second to last airtime hill, but when I tested it, it just didn't get anywhere near making it over the top. I just don't see any way that I'm going to be able to make this work, so I guess I'll just have to give it like an extra push or something in the final video. I built the final hill into the brake run anyway, and just like that, the coaster was complete.